I love playing video games. Alright, this is my opportunity to strike. Come on! Are you serious? Why can't I fucking kill him? Come on! Again? Are you serious? Alright. One shot! Whoa! Whoa! Calm down over there. I'm gonna fuck you up. Oh, come on. Seriously? Come on. You can do it. Hang on in there. Hang on. You want war? You laugh. Come on. Get over here. Come on. Let me just... I need an opportunity. Yes! Come on. I'm gonna fuck you up this time. Motherfucker? You like that? You like that, huh? Come on. Get over here. Get over here, motherfucker. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, man. Come on, man. Are you fucking serious? That's... Why can't I fucking get... I lost my weapon. Where is my weapon? Boom. Headshot, motherfucker. Come on, let's go. Let's fucking go. Alright. No problem. We can still do this. Now I have the iron fists. The fists of glory. And now I'm gonna fuck you up, motherfucker. Come on, let's go, man. This is the guy I want. Come on. I'm gonna destroy you now, bitch. I just need my opportunity of gold. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. Are you serious? Are you serious? Alright. In life, we need to have patience, boys and girls. Patience is the most important element that we can have. Oh shit. See that? See that? Patience is the key. All you need to do is be patient. Because one moment you'll succeed. You will succeed. You fail 1, 2, 3 times. It doesn't matter. You will succeed one way or another. You piece of shit! I'm more of a casual gamer. I don't spend much of my time playing, and I also don't follow most recent releases. I've always been drawn to more old school types of video games. Believe it or not, I still play pinball, and despite me sucking real bad once in a while, are you serious? When I'm on fire, I'm on fire. Now we're talking. That's right. Come on. Continue. Yes, man. Yes. Yes, motherfucker. And I love playing it ever since I was a kid. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm not into more story-driven games where the gameplay interconnects with the story. I do love me some Spider-Man PS4, Nier Automata, and Resident Evil 2 plus 7, which have such compelling stories that even if the gameplay wasn't on par, which is not the case at all, I still couldn't help but to play them. Some of my favorite games have a story mode to them, and nothing more. Like I've mentioned, those 2 Resident Evil games are fantastic, and some of the best in my opinion to come out were also horror experiences like Outlast, and of course the Silent Hill games. And the reason why I mention these games in particular is because I also adore playing horror games that will give me nightmares for a couple of days. I know, I'm a sick masochist, and I love it. I like to get into the mystery of the story and see if I will make the same mistakes I've condemned for years characters in horror movies to make. But I also am really into horror experiences that don't rely on traditional forms of storytelling, cutscenes or exposition to tell their stories. Games like Inside and Little Nightmares that do so exclusively through gameplay and rely on visual storytelling. They don't even have to be horror games in the first place. Take Bloodborne, Dark Souls, or more recently Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, for example. Alright, Sekiro is a bit different, but you get the point. Those are games that put their gameplay on the forefront and tell their stories through their music and visuals, and their lore can be learned through exploration, by putting the information that you come to find together in order to know more about the world of the game. But for the longest time, despite all of these great games being released every single year, something was missing. There was a period in my life where I just didn't pay much attention at all to the games that were being released. No longer I played many games myself, as I was starting to get more interested in anime and manga. And my love for film was intensifying as well. Gaming just wasn't a part of my life anymore. Like I said in the very beginning, I've always been a casual gamer, and part of the reason why I think that was that unlike most kids my age, I didn't grow up with a gaming console where I could play the games that were popular in those times, like they could. I didn't grow up with a PlayStation 1 or 2 or even a PSP. By the time the PlayStation 3 was almost coming to an end and starting to pave the way for the PS4, my dad, as a gift for my birthday, finally was able to buy me a PS2. It's not that I didn't like to play games, I loved to play them. My parents just couldn't afford to buy me a console to do so. I've always been a PlayStation guy, but if I could add an Xbox or a Wii, I would have gladly taken them. And so, my first exposure to the gaming world was not through story-driven games, but instead video games that were just meant to be played for pure fun, that were simple in their concepts, where you had to surpass your limitations and gain new scores as you played along. Racing games, fighting games. I learned a lot playing by myself in the comfort of my home, bursting into rage and tears whenever I couldn't pass a level, and pure happiness and satisfaction once I achieved the personal goal I had such difficulty in achieving. But none of them were side-scrollers. Those were the games that I've always wanted to play, ever since I first played one for the first time. For the longest time, I've always been a PlayStation guy, and so my exposure to consoles like Nintendo's was non-existent. I knew about the Mario and Mega Man games, but I never played video games like those before when I was a kid after I got my first console. There was just something about those games that made them stand out to me in a way that others couldn't. The pixely music and art style, colorful and simple such as the gameplay, was so nostalgic. But it was funny because I had no right to feel nostalgic about it since I didn't grow up with them in the first place. I was completely new to that world. And so my fascination and curiosity to that whole subgenre always lingered in the back of my head. Side-scrollers like Shovel Knight, Celeste, Mega Man, Donkey Kong, Hollow Knight, Cuphead, Inside, Ori and the Blind Forest, Limbo, Little Nightmares, Riz were all coming out, and that feeling I had for the longest time couldn't help but want to come to the surface and make me want to play them all. I no longer was interested in gaming. Something about all the Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, Gears of War, Fallout games weren't exciting to me, and despite a bunch of good story-driven games like The Last of Us being released as well, because they were so long and only had a story to sell, more and more I felt a disconnect. My tastes in gaming were slowly changing, and the more I watched promotional material and online videos from other people playing those games, the more interested I was in them. Games like Bloodborne, Hollow Knight, Super Smash Bros., Brawlhalla, Cuphead, Sonic Mania, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you get the point already, were more appealing to me as a player. They were video games that I felt were more up my alley, and better served my personal tastes as a gamer than any other releases. And that couldn't have been more noticeable watching this year's 2019 E3 conference. Of all of the companies that were there, only one was able to stand out to me, and that was Nintendo. For a console that had such a difficult time to sell its launch due to only having one game at its disposal to justify the price of admission, Nintendo came to the stage with a bunch of new and interesting games that none of which were story or multiplayer driven games and caused the biggest impression. Granted, Sony's presence was absent from the event, but like other events have shown, their big selling IPs will also be story driven. And indeed, if they were there, I would have came out very excited, but I still would have supported more Nintendo due to its successive investment in these smaller types of games. It's true that PlayStation has as well shared the same goal in releasing these types of games that go back to its roots. So has Microsoft with games like Cuphead and Ori and the Blind Forest. But of all of the three, clearly the only company who's promoted more and made this sort of games that the core to their business is Nintendo. And the reason why that's really important to me is because the gaming industry of our time is more hellbent on making a lot of the same types of games and not take the same chances that Nintendo as a company has always done. And not always succeeded, it's true, but at least they have taken chances and have given gamers such as myself other alternatives that can capture that childlike fun we deep down crave for ourselves. Yeah, Despite being a PlayStation guy, and a lot of the games I mentioned on the Switch are also available for the PS4, at the same time the Switch has plenty other more that I don't get the chance to play due to the reasons I've mentioned, and are more up my alley as the player I am today. And so I'm definitely considering buying one, if not just for Breath of the Wild and Cuphead. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and let me know what are the types of games you prefer playing. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, I wish you all the best. Sayonara.